Hi everyone, I'm from Greeno. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now unusually, I'm actually on the road already. Normally I'm in the garage and we go through how I'm going to pick up a job and where I'm going. But today, it's a little bit different. Now as you know, I've been trying to get to Bergen in Norway and not been able to do it. And I was sat in Aalborg having taken delivery of smoked sprats there from Stavanger. And there was a very highly paid job, like 75 euros a kilometre, almost 60,000 euros in total, to get to Bergen. Perfect, I thought. Problem was, I was in Aalborg, and the job starts in Gothenburg. So I'm on my way there now. I'm driving without a cargo. I've driven from Aalborg. I'm going to go and get the ferry here in Frederikshavn, and get across to Gothenburg, where I'm going to go and try and find this load, pick it up, and then drive it to Bergen, and that will finish off our little Norwegian odyssey. So, yeah, like I say, we've driven about, I don't know, 2 hours maybe so far. Obviously, it's not very economical normally to drive without a load on the back, but in this case, it's what we need to do to get the best paid job I could find, and it goes to where I want to go. So, so here we are. We're going to find our way onto the boat and get across to Sweden and pick up the job. We'll see you when we're loaded up. Just got off the ferry in Gothenburg, and it seems where we have to pick it up is still a fair distance away. An hour and 47 minutes of driving to do. So that was not what I was expecting. Fortunately, that little rest we had on the ferry has helped. Originally, if we'd just driven without a ferry stop, we would have been struggling for sleep to get to our destination. But now we got 6 hours. We must have had a little kip while we were on the boat, so that's handy. So, I'm going to plough on. It's going to get dark fairly soon here, I'd have thought. So, yeah, it won't be too much to see. We're not seeing anything spectacular of Gothenburg from here. So, I'm going to go and pick up the load. And then, yeah, we'll catch up once we're on the way to Bergen. So, we've now picked up the load of vaccines. I assume it's actual medical vaccines, not the vaccines. If we take a little look, you can see here, it's actually like an articulated double trailer thing going on here. So, whilst it's not heavy, of course that makes it slightly more difficult to manoeuvre around. So, this could be interesting. So, we're just going to leave the city of Gothenburg now. I don't think it's going to take us long to get out onto the main road. It's just after 11 PM. And like I said, if we take a look at the sleep monitor thing here, we've got 4 hours of sleep that we could... well, 4 hours until we need to sleep, sorry. But I'm probably going to try and sleep a little sooner than that, I think. We need some petrol within the next couple of hours, I would guess. So I think I'm probably going to err on the side of caution today. Not take any risks in the Scandinavian countryside, as I have done many, many times so far. And, yeah, try and get well rested, and then, obviously, we'll have a good spell of daytime driving then. That's the plan. So, sometime within the next couple of hours, definitely going to try and take a snooze. Is this lorry going to stop and let me through? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think he is, isn't he? Yeah, cool. So, as you can see, as I pull out of here, I've got to pull out quite wide, because you've really got to watch the back end of these long double trailers. That's where you're going to take out road furniture, traffic signs, etc. and potentially damage the trailer, which of course we don't want to do. So all these little windy stretches are quite challenging, but that's part of the fun of it all, isn't it? Right. I'm going to crack on until we sleep. We'll catch up with you when we're a bit more well rested. Once again, Scandinavia seems to be determined to ruin me. We've driven, what, just over 2 hours since coming out of Gothenburg. No gas stations anywhere. There was one that, like, I could see right off if I'd like taken a different route, if I'd like started driving towards Stockholm rather than driving towards Oslo, which I didn't want to do. It's right on the edge of the map, and I thought it's going to be at least a sort of 30 or 40 minute detour. So I left that, and here we are now at 1:30 a.m. I'm running out of petrol. You can see the little petrol gauge has gone red. Oh, is this going to be my salvation just ahead? I can see some beds. Is there going to be a fuel pump there as well? There's a toll. I don't think there's a fuel stop there. Oh no. Well, we might be able to get a sleep anyway. That's probably something I should think about doing nonetheless. But yeah, no refueling there, so we can be in trouble. We might be about to run out of fuel. Oh god, it never rains but it pours, huh? So at the toll there, we could indeed sleep, and we have done that. It's now coming up to 11 a.m. But there was no fuel available there. So, we've solved one problem, but not another. Now, are we going to be able to make it far enough to be able to refuel the truck at whatever the next gas station is? I've no idea where it is on this route. I don't think you can see anywhere. That just tells you how far's left remaining on the job, etc., etc. Which is not the information I need. I just need to know where a gas station is. We truck on. At least the scenery's nice, huh? Look at that. Pretty cool. Uh-oh, we just got caught speeding. Coming into a toll area. Oops. 920 euros as well. That's not fun, is it? Anyhow. We still haven't managed to find anywhere to get some fuel. So we properly must be running on fumes here. This is not fun. We're in Norway, so we've made it all the way up from Gothenburg across the Norwegian border. That's pretty much close to where we stopped to sleep. And Norway is a country which basically has made its fortune really on its oil and gas industry, really investing the profits of it well. So it's a very sort of solvent, affluent country. They're obviously flogging all their petrol to everyone else and don't actually need any petrol stations in Norway at all. That's the only conclusion I can draw, because I can't find one anywhere. It's ridiculous. Ho hum. Still none to be found anywhere.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I think we're about to be saved. Oh, we're going too fast. We don't want to pick up another speeding fine. There's a speed camera there. If you look just in the middle of the steering wheel, there seems to be a little gauge just to the right of the speedometer, which tells me how much fuel I got left. Now, I think that's enough for, what, 6 kilometers now? Or maybe it's 13. I can't quite make out which is which. And we found a gas station. I mean, that is cutting it fine, right? We're down to either, well, it's either 5 kilometers or 11 kilometers left of fuel we had in the tank. And finally, we have made it. So I am absolutely delighted. We are going to fill this thing right up to the brim. It's going to cost a bit. It's 1.41 euros per litre. But right now, that feels like it's worth every penny. How much is it going to cost in total? Look at that, 1,120. I think the fuel tank holds 800 litres, so we were down to our last sort of 5 litres in the tank. So, oh yeah, so that's how many litres are left and how many kilometres are left. So we had like 11 kilometres of driving we could have done. Wow. At least I know what that is now as well, so that's helpful to know that information is actually available to me on the dashboard. So next time I'm in trouble, at least I've got a bit more of an indication of how much in trouble I am. Hopefully not quite as much as that. Goodness me. So I think that's, what was that, best part of 4 hours of driving, I think, without a gas station. Man, Scandinavia is bonkers. So there's a railway track running alongside this road, and there comes a train. That's pretty cool. Nice when you see sort of other modes of transportation in the game. I noticed when I was in Stavanger, pretty much within like a mile of the port was an airport. So we had the ferries there, and then just around the corner there were planes taking off. Obviously we've seen a few planes sort of around Copenhagen coming into land at the airport, but all from a distance. But these ones in Stavanger, we were like, they were almost flying over our head, you know, so that was pretty cool. What have we got left now? About 5.5 hours of this drive, and I can kind of relax now. There's nothing to worry about. We've got plenty of time until we need to sleep, plenty of fuel left, so we can just kind of enjoy the ride, take in some of this scenery. There's another train up there. That's cool, we like that. So yeah, look at this countryside though. Nice big mountains. This is a pretty cool drive. I'm liking this now that I'm not under pressure quite so much. Got about 4 hours of the drive left. It's pretty cool still, driving through this Scandinavian countryside. But take a look at what's coming up now. This is just nuts. So we've got what looks like a coiled snake coming up on the sat-nav as something we have to negotiate. I'm not quite sure how that works. Look at it. Where are we going? We're like looping around back on ourselves. It's not the easiest thing to do with a great long articulated trailer like this. Cornering kind of makes certainly the the rear trailer somewhat unstable. So this is just nuts. I'm not quite sure what the hell we're supposed to be doing this for. I mean, why not just like go straight on? You see where that gas station is? Just drive through there. But no, we've got to turn back on ourselves and climb up the mountain. I suppose it's a windy kind of mountain pass of some kind or another, but you know, the road just looks like a bowl of spaghetti. Absolutely nuts. But anyway, my mind's kind of already turning to what comes next. Obviously, it's been a bit of a mission this to complete the Norwegian towns, which we've now done. There's still a few in Sweden that I could do with picking up, but I'm not going to make that a priority, I don't think. My mind is kind of going to the next base. Now, it's been pointed out that I'd kind of incorrectly stated that I'd filled up the base in Leipzig. What I really kind of mean is I've filled it up to its current capacity. Of course, I can upgrade it further and put extra slots in there, buy extra trucks, put extra guys driving them. But it's currently at its full capacity of, I think it's 3 birds we've got there now. But I do want to place a location elsewhere, as I've talked about before, possibly down in kind of southern France, northern Italy, that part of the world. So what I think I'm probably going to do, once we get paid out for this job, that's going to put us on sort of a best part of 180,000 euros. And I reckon with a couple of long slogs, we can probably make it down to that sort of area. A bit careful around this bend. So, and that's likely to put another sort of 60 to 80,000 euros in the coffers, depending on what kind of jobs we get. I guess we'll probably be able to take one from here in Bergen down to, I don't know, northern Germany, that sort of part of the world, and from there make our way further down south. That's the thinking. So if we end up with, for the sake of argument, 250,000 euros, the garage will probably cost, I think, 180,000 euros to buy. So we might need to take another 100,000 loan, and then we should be able to buy a half decent truck and put a driver into whatever that location is. So that's the plan, I think. But I guess we'll see what jobs come up once we're in Bergen. Anyway, we've got to get to Bergen first, which is proving easier said than done right now. So I better concentrate on the road for a little bit. Well, the scenery just gets more and more spectacular as we go. As you can see, we're heading over this enormous bridge currently with a fjord that we're crossing. Good lord, this is tricky. Let's get back in the cab quick. There we go. So now we're going to head into a tunnel. But yeah, this is just like absolutely beautiful. Massive, great big sheer cliffs, fjords everywhere, tunnels around. I just went around a roundabout inside a tunnel a minute ago, which was pretty cool. We might have another one here by the looks of it. Yeah, look.
At the roundabout.
A roundabout in the middle of a tunnel. I mean, this is just cool. Looks like a spaceship or something, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'm going to be sad to leave Norway and get back onto normal kind of Central European roads, Western European roads, because these are just so much fun. It's just nuts. One thing I've just been caught out by a little bit is our sleep meter has just turned red. So going through all these kind of windy roads across Norway, obviously we weren't able to keep up with whatever they think the suggested speed limit for the lorries is. So I guess we lost a little bit of time. We were stuck behind a couple of trucks that were quite slow moving for a while too. So I don't suppose that's helped. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that we've kind of gone into sleepy mode. But we've only got about half an hour of the drive left, so I think we'll be fine to go and drop this off, and then we'll find like a little hotel or a car park or something in Bergen to have a nap before the next drive. We've made it into Bergen. And I did notice just then there was a gas station and a rest stop there, and you can see on the right hand side on the sat nav there are a few sleepy kind of locations that we can utilise, so that's going to come in pretty handy. Very, hopefully anyway, very easy kind of delivery into the town centre. Obviously we just got to manoeuvre around some of these corners. There we are. Getting tired, should find a place to rest. Well, I plan to pretty much as soon as I drop this off. Ah, so the daft truck dealer has been discovered here in Bergen too, and a recruitment agency. So that's a pretty good little find while we're here. And all we've got to do is get around this corner, and we're delivering to that place just across the street there, I think, the GNT. Yeah, you can see the little green symbol there, so we'll swing out quite wide because there's no traffic coming.
Here we are, safe and sound.
And get this delivery made. Now I think, unless it's a very, very easy parking job, I might even skip this, because actually getting it into the yard is going to be a job in itself. Oh no, come on, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. You know, it looks like we're going to take out that fence a little bit at this stage with the second trailer. So I don't know if we managed to get it in or not. I think we have. That's pretty good. So we'll just come around quite wide here and then try and swing around into the space. It's really difficult to line up the second trailer into the parking normally. So we'll see if we can do that. On this occasion, we're keeping really tight to that fence, and then we'll just kind of straighten up a little bit as we go along. Yeah, we're kind of scraping on the fence, aren't we? So we don't want to do any damage to the paintwork on the cab. But you can see the second trailer on that left-hand wing mirror just isn't coming round quite enough. So we swing out a little bit now to kind of try and straighten it up a bit. And we'll see if that's going to be good enough. Oh, there we are. We've got it. That is a result. I'm pleased about that. It's not perfect parking, but it's good enough. So I'm really happy with what we've done there. Look at the result we've had. 59,000 euros. We've gone up a level as well. So let's go and see what we can add to our list here. Let's go with another. Let's go long distance, because of course we want to get further south if we can. So the longer the drives that we can make, the better, I suppose. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's good to tick off the final country in Norway. And yeah, we'll be heading out of Scandinavia now, unless there's any really interesting jobs back into Sweden or Denmark with really high kind of payouts. But yeah, I think we're probably going to try and head into sort of France or Germany, Poland maybe, and then start making our way south to find our next base. Well, if you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or a series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And of course, don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that button and come and hop on the Greenobus. There's plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for some more action here with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Bye for now.